These last few years have made us question everything. Our relationships, our jobs, what constitutes an office, and who we are. In a world filled with chaos, confusion, and uncertainty, it's time for some clarity. It's time to start understanding one another. It's time to start understanding ourselves. We envision a world where everyone knows their why. But even more, we envision a world where everyone knows their WHY.os. Their why, their how, and their what. The operating system that drives you, that lets the world know where you stand, what your unique gift is, and most importantly, who you are. WHY.os. Are you ready?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Why Not Wednesday. I am going to introduce our guest today. Simone Hoa Aubrey is founder and president of Excelpreneurs and Passion to Success Corporation. She is a WHY.os certified impact trainer, business and personal development coach. She has expertise in entrepreneurship, coaching, leadership, speaking, training, workshop facilitation, and personal development coaching. She works with ambitious executives and entrepreneurs who want to operate from their zone of genius with their why, how, and what, their WHY.os, to become unique, to attract and convert the right fit clients with the right fit solution. So I'm excited to bring to you guys Simone. How are you today, Simone?
I feel great, Dan, and hello to everybody and welcome.
Thank you for being here. You know, I was excited to talk to you today because one of the things I know is I know my energy level. I know that there's very few people that can match my energy level and speak faster than me. But you know, Why Nation, I want you to meet someone who does that, Simone. You know, Simone, we've known each other now a few months, and we've had the opportunity to get to know each other. And one of the things I love about the work that I do is I get to meet all the 9 whys all the time. And you have the why of challenge. And we know one of the things that people with the why of challenge have got to have in their life is fun, right? What do you call? So that is, tell us how you describe fun, because you did, that was fun when you talked about it earlier.
Yes. Well, I said, you know what, in our life and in our business, if we don't have the F word, this is not the F that people think. The F word, which is fun, then you know what? It's not worth doing it. Yeah. And if you don't have it, you have to find it. You have to create it. So that's what it is.
So you know, and that is such a characteristic of people with the why of challenge in their WHY.os, right? Mm-hmm. You're all about making a difference, but it's got to be fun. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing, is it, Simone?
No, because it will make life difficult and miserable. Miserable is the word. So we're not here to be miserable. No.
We were not. So tell me a little bit more about, you know, so let's go through your WHY.os. That's one of the first things I like to do, Simone. So your why is contribute, your how is challenge, and your what is mastery. So I remember going through this with you for the first time. So you're here to make a difference, make a positive impact in the lives of others. How you do that is by challenging the status quo, doing things differently and outside the box. And ultimately what you deliver are solutions that have depth and breadth to them, because you master the things that you work on. So how did that feel to you when you first learned it?
I found it really awesome and wonderful, but because I felt, you know, it has much deeper breadth, you know, and much bigger depth also in the life of people, in particular in my life. I relate to those 3 words really, really well. So because you see, when I did the thing is I discovered the Institute through podcast of Larry Levine. You remember this?
Right.
It was not through you. So therefore, when I now,
Shout out to Larry Levine, by the way. And
yes,
he's on a show right now, so I know he's not watching, but we'll have to send him a shout out. But yeah, you found out
yeah,
through Larry Levine.
yeah. And then, so you know what? After I listened to the podcast, no kidding, eh? I went immediately on Google and searched for the Why Institute. I said, what is this thing here? I am so curious. And by the way, curiosity is one of my strengths, actually. And it is
Absolutely.
in the strength of the mastery people. Okay. They are curious. So
Yeah.
I went on it. I said, you know what? Within 5 minutes, I clicked to buy the first one, which is the Why Discovery.
Right.
After that, I said, so I did go the second one. I said, what is this? So you know what? I started to understand immediately the power. The word is the power of the WHY.os. I said, no. I'm going to do the certification. It is so natural with me. But of course, I have another reason that you're going to ask me a question later. I will tell people more why, the deep reason why also is. Okay, so that's really why there for me. Because it talks to me. I vibrate with it very quickly. And
Right.
when that does things with me, zoom, I go.
I love it. And you did. I mean, you took action. I remember we had that conversation, and the next thing we know, you were in our certification program, and then we got to hear to where you've gone through the certification program. You're working with your clients. How's it been with your clients that you're working with in terms of how do you work with them differently now that you have the WHY.os at your disposal versus before you had that?
Well, what it really means here then is I analyze myself more with the 3 words I have there. So it
Mm-hmm.
strengthened even my strength, my major strength in the chat. So when I am super clear about what I can do, then I know what I can do with my clients.
Right.
It has changed my way of relating to my client, of helping them on a deeper level and on a bigger understanding role with them also. So definitely it has improved my coaching also, and it has improved my relationship with my clients. That is a sure thing. Yeah.
So, and I love the way you talked about how it defines you. So, would you say that stronger self awareness helps you help your clients better because now you know what you can bring to them, right?
Yes.
And
Well, that's the word. That's the word then. Yeah.
yeah. And so you have, and look, shout out to all our contributors that are listening, but the why of contribute is both a blessing and a curse, right? The blessing is we're here to help. We're here to make a difference. I share your why. But the tough part about being a contributor is we're pleasers, right? We want to help everyone. We have a hard time saying no. So how have you dealt with that challenge? Because when I meet you, Simone, I know you're a woman on a mission. You know what you want. I don't think you have the challenge of being spread too thin because you say yes to too many things. But that is a challenge that contribute people. How have you overcome it?
Okay. I have learned with time, in my coaching, even before I came to the Why Institute, is and because the basic thing with me is that F word, the
Yeah.
fun. If I
Uh-huh.
do not have fun with the person, then I just simply cannot take them as a client. So
Okay.
I'm going back now to that thing that I said, on my LinkedIn there. I like to have and I need to have the right fit client.
Ah,
Because if it's not the right fit, I cannot laugh with them. They cannot laugh with me. And that is the beginning of the end. I just can't. So you know what? I say no to people when I am on Zoom with them. I can see
yeah.
their thing very quickly. I can qualify somebody very quickly. And I said, at the end, I'm going to be polite. And I said, it looks like, it's not a good
This
fit
is
between you and me. So it's with due respect. So how about, if you can find somebody else to help you? But I don't think that I'll do a good job because then, I cannot perform at my highest level with you because it's not a good fit. So I'm just saying that.
so it's got to be the right fit client with the right
Oh,
fit
yes.
solution, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
That
word is
makes
right fit. Yeah.
so tell me how do you that right fit for you is somebody they've got to have fun, right?
Yeah.
They've got to
Uh,
be ready to have some fun.
yes. But then after that, I have 3 words. They have to
Yeah.
qualify with me. Then
Yeah.
the first word is they have to be ambitious. You
Okay.
see, I vibrate to the mantra of the WHY.os 100%. because it says your why operating system drives you. Indeed,
Yes.
it drives me. And passion and purpose drives me for over 12 years now. They are still driving me, but the WHY.os does that very well with me. So I will now see whether, you know what, the word is ambition. You're not ambitious. I'm sorry, don't come to Simone because we're not going to have fun, okay? It's
All
very as
right.
simple as that. The second one is, are you serious? Are you serious to grow your business to the next level or
Yeah.
not? Now, what you do, whether you have or not, that's besides the point. I'm just talking about the serious to grow your business. Okay. And if they are, fine, because they qualify for the second word. And the third word is committed. Are you committed to learn, to apply what you learn, and to go forward and build your business to the next level? If they have these three words, come with me. They are lacking one word, they don't qualify. So don't talk about two words or three words.
They got to have all three words. So they
Yes.
first thing is fun. We
Yes.
got to be able to have some fun if we're going to hire. You got to be ambitious.
Yes.
You have a destination. You got to be serious about growth, and you're committed to
Yes.
learning to apply the teaching.
Yes.
That sounds like a great filter for a lot of people. So
Yes.
one of the things we talk about, Simone, at Y Institute is, and let me ask you this question because we just
Yes.
started doing this.
Yes.
So as a coach with the Why of Contribute, you are looking for people that are looking to make a difference in the world,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
As with the How of Challenge, you're looking for people that are looking for a coach that's going to help them think outside the box, right?
Yes. Yes.
And with the What of Mastery, you're looking for people who are looking for someone who has depth and breadth of knowledge.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense totally.
Hey, I love Corrine. Corrine is on, and she works with a lot of mastery people. She came from the engineer world, and she says ambitious, serious, and committed while having fun. I love it. And
Yes, that I agree. That she resumes it exactly what it is. We're having fun. Yes.
so thank you, Corrine, for being on
Yes.
today and for your comment. And Corrine has been with us for a while already. So she was on the show, I think, earlier this year. So thank you, Corrine, for being on. But this is so fun to listen to how well this has resonated for you. One of the things that you talked about in the introductions, it says you work with ambitious executives and entrepreneurs who want to operate from their zone of genius with their YOS. What do you mean by that?
All right. This now will probably relate to, maybe another part that you might like to ask me later. But before the YOS, I am a coach who coaches. I do not coach other people in other professions, not only coaches, okay? But the whole thing here is this, because I have discovered my genius and superpower during the COVID time, which is a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I have tested these two words. What can they do now for people and in the life of coaches in particular? So I have facilitated interactive workshops then 4 times, okay? Each time for 6 weeks, and I see now the result of the power of genius superpower. Yeah. So I say to people, look, because of the exponential result these 2 words can bring to our career as coaches and consultants and speakers, actually all of those topics there, and the career that we have. If we do not operate from that zone, you are completely missing out. You live life on the service road. You are not living your life and your business on the highway. Right. I compare the highway and the service road. Okay, on the highway, you do not change lane. You stay in your lane and you focus in there, and that's how you're going to succeed and reach your vision much faster than other people who are on the sides on the service road. And if you're not operating from your GSP, which is genius and superpower, not the GPS, okay?
Yes.
Then you will be driving your life and your business on the highway. There you are.
I love it. That is such a great definition. So genius, superpower, GSP.
Yes.
I love it. So now with have you always been? Tell us about Simone. You've been doing this for a while, but take us back. Where did the why of Contribute come for you? When did you in your life? When did you notice that you love making a difference in the lives of others? How far? Take us back to that.
Okay, this is 13 years ago.
Yeah.
In 2010, okay, I was I was in a financial hole
Mm-hmm.
from my other career, which lasted for 18 years, which is the fashion industry.
Okay.
I was in the fashion industry, and then at the end, I had a partner with me, and he was dishonest. He took money from the company. I don't want to go into details
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
but I suffer a huge loss of money in a very unfairly manner, and I was really miserable, and I was completely in the hole, you know. But eventually, I discovered personal development with Jim Rohn. Now,
Okay.
people know Jim Rohn, right? He
Yeah.
turned my life around in 2006, 2007, when I was listening to him saying that success is not pursued, it is attracted by the person you become. Wow, that really talks to me. And then so after that, I follow him. I got much more involved into personal development. And 2010, I discovered my true talent and passion actually through the course with Dale Carnegie. When I won the best performance that day, then I can see now that speaking is my game. I have no experience, no contact, no client, no nothing, but I reinvented myself in 2010 as a speaker until today. And when I reinvented my career as a speaker, I already declared to people, I already saw my purpose. I will use my voice to not impact people in the world with their life and their business with my voice. There you are. It was from that time until now.
Excellent. So you're impacting people with your voice. Speaking is a big part of what you do, Simone. And you're bilingual.
Yes.
Fully bilingual, right?
Yeah.
French and English. And one of the challenges, I'm bilingual in Spanish. So one of the questions I always get is, can you think in Spanish? When you're talking in Spanish, do you think in Spanish? Can you think in French and in English, or do you translate between the two?
No, speaking French, thinking in French, English, thinking in English. But my English is stronger, let's say,
Yeah.
because I spent 18 years in Australia, with my scholarships over there, and I did my university degrees there. So it's always
Okay.
thinking and writing in English, but no problem at all in thinking in French and speaking in French and writing in French.
I like that. So, Simone, I mean, there's probably a lot of people listening who want to know, hey, if I wanted to work with Simone, what would I have to do? So, who is your ideal client? Who do you love? Who do you just look forward to working with?
I love actually now to work with the corporate world as my first choice, because my genius actually then is surprising and super duper powerful in the sense that I'm talking to you now, okay? And I'm listening, okay?
Right.
My genius is working. It means that I can sit down with an executive person, a CEO, for example, and we are talking about maybe some challenges they have in the business. And during the conversation, at the moment, exactly at the moment, in the context,
Yeah.
a light bulb light up here on my head. I said, oh, I saw an idea there. And then it's a question of seconds. I saw a business concept for that businessman.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? Well, it is genius. It is genius. That happens in seconds.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say here is I can really now impact and contribute to a company which has payrolls,
Mm-hmm.
employees, more than a B2C, which is just an entrepreneur. That doesn't mean I cannot help, the
Right.
other people. But I prefer now to go to companies because my impact will be much bigger.
Right.
My contribution will be so much bigger. And at the end of the day, by doing that, you know what? They will make more money. But it is not just make more money because they have more sales. It is to make more profit. And then
Mm-hmm.
looking after their human capital by investing in them also with coaching, with learning, with the training. And I would love to do that in a company, and that is really my most ideal client, let's say. But B2C entrepreneur is fine with me because I do genius super with them too. I help them
Right.
to sell more, so
So you work with. So your ideal client's a big company, so you can make a bigger impact.
yes.
How big a company, or how many employees are we talking to? If I could line up 10 clients for you and I had different sizes, which is your favorite size?
I would say like this, because you know what, at the end of the day, the company that hire us, including you and Gary, they have to have the budget for us, okay?
Right.
And companies that we say small, they could be between, let's say, 20 to 100 employees. The more the employees they have, but they need to have the volume. You could have
Right.
100 employees and maybe do 5 millions. And you could have 20 employees and you can do the same revenues. So it doesn't matter. It's just that they have to have the capacity to actually to pay us, with the budget.
Right.
But me, I really love to have now a big company, let's say from a few hundred people up, because you see, I can really even guarantee the result of sales to the point where if they do 50 millions, let's say, okay,
Yeah.
I say, look, I guarantee you only just return on investment for me, and then after that, you do about maybe another few percent of increase.
Yeah.
5% of 50 millions is a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay?
you take you're willing to do percentage deals, and that helps
Yes,
everyone, right? Because everybody
yes,
wins.
everybody wins, and they don't risk with me because I say, look, if at the end of the day I finish the training and the coaching and all that, it has to take 6 months. Okay, less than that, the result starts to start, and then we finish. No. And I will offer them the kind of value they cannot refuse to them. It is so irresistible because my added values are humongous.
Yeah.
And because I like to guarantee they don't risk anything with me.
I
How
like
would
it.
you see, how would you feel when somebody guarantees the result, for you? Come on.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I don't think that anybody would dare to do that.
There's not a lot of guarantees out there, so I
Mm,
love that approach that you're taking. That's
yes,
such a contribute approach, and and I see that, right, in that as a contributor, you can, my one of my early mentors was Jamie Duragi, who's one of our early coaches, and Jamie, as a fellow contributor, and he said, Dan, as a contributor, you have to learn to pick where you can make the biggest difference, because we want to make a difference, but you can make a little difference in a lot of places or a big difference in a few places, and that feels so much better, right, Simone?
yes. It's quality, it's not quantity.
I love that. Quality and quantity in
Of course.
one spot, right?
Yes.
That sounds fantastic. So let's get to a little bit about, let's learn about you personally, Simone. How has learning your YOS affected you personally? How did your relationships with your family, friends, how have you incorporated it there?
Well, let's talk about my life first, okay? Because I am in a very special situation as my personal life is concerned.
Yeah.
Then, I'm not young. However, I don't have anybody to report to. So in my life right now, I love the life that I live because what I define it as is freedom to be. I
Yeah.
am free. So therefore, whatever I learn, whatever I contribute, or the people around me, or what, it is all because it contributes to my freedom to be. I can do anything I want,
Mhm.
anytime I want, with anybody I want, how I want. How about that?
Yes.
So not too many people are in that situation, but because of my personal situation, I can say that. Okay.
Right.
But now, how the YOS has contributed is this: because I am already confident about what I do,
Right.
and I love what I do. So therefore, it has increased even more confidence in me. Do I need more confidence? Why not? Why not?
Why not? Right.
Okay.
The name
So
of the show.
yeah, so you can always have more confidence, and that it even confirmed my conviction, that I have something to contribute to this world and to help people to the best way that I can. But then it even increased my genius superpower, which is on the business side. But my life, I cannot say that, it has increased more freedom, more fun, and more joy of living, la joie de vivre in French.
Yes.
So that's my personal life. But on the business side, it is fantastic because I am confirmed of what I do, because I have used it before, with conviction and confidence in my sales, which is authentic selling from the heart. Now it's even bigger. But then on the genius side, it is absolute now. The YOS actually is very complementary to my genius superpower. It adds even more to the GP, the GSP. And so
Right.
I'm confident, to take those two things together and bring it now to the corporate world and say, hey, okay, your human capital has got their YOS, right? they still need the genius superpower, because by doing that, they dominate what they do. They dominate their subject or the skill that they have there. And so therefore, they will operate at a higher level of their human potential. And as far as I'm concerned, it is really, they can contribute to a breakthrough in the company.
I love that. I love that. You know, you're talking Gary's language. He loves using that superpower word. So I know that if he's listening, Gary, you're going to love it. Now we might change that slide to genius superpower. Let's see if I think that might be something that we do going forward.
Yes.
Oh, let's see here. Let's see if we can share. Yeah, there we go. So, this is a slide in Gary's presentation, and he talks about the fact your why is your superpower, but Simone calls it your genius superpower. So we might just change that to your genius superpower and give you credit. Can we do that, Simone?
Yes, you can. Why do I say that? Then also is this: the genius is the mental.
Yeah.
Okay. The superpower is the heart.
Oh.
The heart is emotion. So now, when you add the mental and the emotion together, what do they do together? In fact, I might make you laugh now, because superpower and the genius, they are a couple, like a man and a woman. Okay? They cannot exist separately, because when they exist separately, they lose their power. There you are.
Ooh, I like that a lot. I know the couples in the audience and the couples counselors are going to love that answer. Hey, Simone, let me ask you a question. So, yes. Because that's the name of the show. And often when I get into a fun conversation, when I get somebody that likes to have fun on the show, I forget to ask this question. Tell us about your biggest why not moment, a time you said why not to something, and you're so glad you did it.
Because first of all, I look at it as a possibility for me that will bring me something else bigger already from what I have.
Yeah.
So why not for me is not actually difficult for me. You know what I'm trying to say? It might be difficult for other people, but because I analyze it and I say what it is, I can go for it. But you know what? The best one that I have done so far, and the most risky one, if you wish, was 13 years ago when I reinvented myself as a speaker. I just jump without a net underneath me and just have these 2 words with me to bring me until today where I am is I believe in myself. Yeah. Self-belief is the thing that will help people to go all the way and continue to go all the way until you succeed.
I don't know how anybody could be watching this show and just not come away just so motivated. We're so lucky to have you in our network, Simone, and we're so glad to have you. And you're in Canada, where we have been meeting a lot of great Canadian coaches recently. So welcome aboard, along with the rest of our Canadian brethren that are coming on board with WHY Institute and who are joining the movement. So let me ask you this question. I think it's an important one to ask before we go. What made you decide? You said you talked about you heard about us on Larry Levine's show, Selling from the Heart. You saw the podcast, you looked us up, went through that process, and then you and I had a meeting. But then you had to make a decision. And every day we all make decisions. We have hundreds of decisions we make every day. What made you decide to go and get WHY certified and add this to the tools that you have a great toolkit already? What made you decide to go for the WHY.os certification?
2 words. Because I look at it and I can see that the program it's online, okay? Mostly with videos. I do not listen to long videos, no. Okay? I love short videos, so that's what Gary has. So it fits into my thing very well. And then I can see now the next word is simple. Simplicity is one of the 9 whys, okay? Right. I love that because I apply in all of my teaching and all my coaching. And the next word is it is fast. I told you then how long does it take to do what you say, Simone? You can do it 1 weekend. I'm on. And that's it. I'm on. And I did it.
Right. You did. I remember.
I did it 1 weekend. So that's what it is. I don't hesitate. So I base that on my gut feelings and what can serve me more. And I know it will serve me so much higher and so much deeper. And it is to have a bigger contribution and impact in the world. How can I say no to that? Why not?
Why not? That's a great answer. You know what, Simone? How about we end on that note?
Yes. Look, in life, you have to be curious. This is what Einstein said. You know what? He said that he's not a genius, but he's just super passionate about curiosity. So there you are. If we are curious and if we want to learn more, the only way to do is to consider something. And if you think it can contribute to your life and your business and to improve people around you and the world, the whole thing here is to just say, why not?
I love that, Simone. Thank you so much. We're excited to have you as part of the Y family. I hope we get to see you in Albuquerque in October for YCon 23. All our coaches are coming in from all over the world, and I want you to come down from north of the border to join us. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Why Not Wednesday. We'll see you guys next week on Why Not Wednesday. Hey, look at
Thank
who we
you.
have. We have Erin Hatzikostas next week. Thank you so much, Sunil. She is going to be, what do you think her why is? She's a professional pot stirrer, Simone. So that's who's coming on with us next week. Thank you for being on. Have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Let's hope to see you again next time.